all. And honestly, you shouldn't even try. I want this to come as a relief to you, not as a challenge to you. I notice that whether we're in our mom mode or our entrepreneur or business person mode or church life or home life, whatever it is, a lot of the times we all try to do way too much. We think we have to take everything on ourselves, and that's just not the case. The fact is, we can't do it all, at least not well, and at least not sane. And it's okay that you can't do it all. We live in a time where there's tons of help, especially for our businesses. And I'm not talking about Googling your problem because that can be almost as overwhelming as trying to do it all by yourself. If you feel stuck, here are some places that you can find real help. A first place to look is LinkedIn. There's really great folks there. There's really great content there, and it's often overlooked. We join our Facebook groups, and often we'll join challenges or workshops or get coaches. But LinkedIn has a lot of resources and people that you may already know that could be resources to check out. It's not just for networking anymore. I also recommend, if you need help, to get a virtual assistant. Let's face it. Um, I put up a picture in the comments about, it's a picture of a cat driving a truck, and it says we're having really hard time finding truck drivers these days. And me trying to do graphics is about as effective as that cat trying to drive that truck. I'm just not about that life. I know what I like. I know what graphics I think look great. I just can't generate them myself. And there are incredible resources like virtual assistants where we can get help with copywriting. I'm a copywriter. I write blogs, sales pages, email campaigns, you name it. And I love doing that, right? I have an English minor from UVA by accident because I love writing, I love reading. I've also been trained in those things, and I've learned over the years what's effective. But if you tried to write a copy of a sales page and you've never done it, that might be super hard for you. Just as hard as if I was trying to make a graphic that was cute for my website, right? It's just not my skill set. So get a virtual assistant that can help you. The next thing would be Fiverr. There are places that you can go out to on the web. Let's say you just need a logo that you can bid out what you want. And I will say, for things like the virtual assistant and Fiverr, it's really important that you articulate specifically what you need, that you know what you need and what you want. That it's not just like, hey, I need a logo. What colors do you like? Can you give an example of 3 logos you do like and 3 logos you don't like and explain why? Right? The more you prepare that person that's helping you, the better results you're going to get. And the better you are at communicating feedback and what you need. And you'll learn that over time as you acquire help. But Fiverr is something you can do really quickly off the cuff and not feel like you're investing in a long-term worry of money. I also love local agencies. Locally, for example, here in Albemarle and Charlottesville area, we have incredible places. I'm not just talking about a business group or your chamber of commerce. We have a small business development center downtown from the city of Charlottesville. We have the Center for Nonprofit Excellence that's here to help you if you have a board that needs to be trained, or you're looking for some basics of how to write bylaws. There are a lot of resources in your community and agencies that are already fixing the problem that you have. So going out into spaces like LinkedIn, or just asking your friends or your network, hey, I really need help with this. I need help with an accountant. I need help with a budget. I'm a big fan of affiliate marketing. That's when you recommend things that you know, like, and love to other people, and they take your word for it and try it. It's a system of trust. It's no different than recommending a restaurant or a church. It's no different than recommending an accountant or a lawyer or a virtual assistant. And I think word of mouth is really critical in those specific areas. If it's an area where you're going to give private business information to someone so they can help you, like the logins for your website, it's great to get a recommendation from someone that you know and already trust. But use those agencies in town because those are the lists that they have, right? They already know, oh my gosh, you've got to go talk to Denise. She's amazing. She does these 5 websites. You can go check them out now, and she's going to be great. And make sure that you're asking sharp questions, maybe even reverse engineering your question. Like, what I want is a website that I like. So how do I articulate that to somebody? What I need is tax advice for my small business. Do I need to file county taxes or no in my area? Who could I talk to about that? I also would recommend mentors and coaches. This is an area that it took me a while to jump into. I thought I could figure things out, learn things myself. But when I got a coach, when I got a mentor, and we all have mentors, right? We all have people who've helped us along in our career. I speak so fondly of Miss Maggie, who's actually having her head heavenly birthday today. We just lost her last month. But she was such a mentor to me because she had been in the industry for 30 years that I was only in for 10. Well, you might say, my goodness, Amy, you were in the industry for 10 years. You must have been killing it. Well, I was doing a great job, but not as good as somebody who'd been in the industry for 30 years. And she was generous with her time and knowledge. She forgot more than I will ever know. And she was, helpful. And I could ask her questions without shame or worry. And she was always kind of Johnny on the spot. She didn't always know the answer, but she knew who might have the answer. And it's really important for us to have these significant relationships in our lives. There are agencies near you that might be able to help provide those. I've volunteered in business incubators before where I'm able to help a local business person who's just starting out in our area. And they're so powerful because it's good for the mentor too, right? There's a reason mentors become mentors. But in your field, in your area, make sure you're getting help from someone who's achieved the thing you're trying to do. That's really important. Find someone who has achieved what you're trying to do. If you're trying to be successful in an MLM, find someone who has been successful or is currently successful in an MLM. For those of you who don't know, that's a multi level marketing company. And that includes everything from a Rodan and Fields to a Young Living, the things that we've all seen done really poorly, that I've even done really poorly years ago, that we're learning now to do more efficiently and effectively and authentically because there's a lot of good stuff in those companies. I order from multiple MLMs a month, not because I'm trying to help a friend out, but because I really like a lot of the products. And I'm a Young Living person myself. So find someone who's achieved what you want to achieve. Let's say you're trying to break into the law the law business in your area. You've passed the bar and you're trying to figure out, how do I get business? Find a lawyer that's willing to mentor you, whatever your business is. And ask the person you'd really like to help you. Even if they say no, you haven't lost anything. We have some real pillars of our community that I am always amazed at how generous they are with their time and resources. And then once you get that mentor, be respectful of their time. Don't just be like, hey, where is the office downtown? You can Google that, right? You feed back to your mentor what you would want if you were mentoring someone else, and then pay it forward. Be a mentor or a coach for someone else. You may need to pay for someone to help you, like an actual coach. I'm a coach and teacher in a couple of different programs. And in those instances, our goal, I can tell you, is always to provide an astronomical amount of value for you compared to what you're spending. Because we take it seriously when someone hires us. And it's really important that we move the needle for you. So reach out to coaches and mentors. Basically, the bottom line is we all are good at something, right? You might be great at public speaking. You might be great at graphics. You might be great at making strategic plans. But we all also have blind spots and spots that we're not so talented. This world of entrepreneurism, and I've started an actual Facebook group called the Ex Entrepreneurs Club because I believe this so strongly, has created a group of people who need to be superheroes to do all the things they need to do to succeed in their business. And that's just not realistic. I think it's important to call ourselves business people. And when we're business people, we outsource what we need. So don't feel bad if you need to do that. And I will, if you need a place where you're going to hear more information like this, or you can have a coach or a mentor, you can join my free Facebook group, Resilient and Successful Families. You might be in that listening to this now. And I've got a guide section where I just kind of share, what did I need to start my business from home? How did it work? What are some mindset things I do? What are organizational things I do? How do I network so that you can benefit from the failures that I've had? That's the other thing I would recommend, is that you be gentle with yourself. We all have failed at some point in our lives, and that's just normal. It's not embarrassing to ask for help. It's normal to ask for help. And outsourcing strategically and within your means is an awesome way to grow your business and create a better life for yourself, because you can't do it all. Have a great night, everybody. Love you guys. Take care.